Where you are watching right now, 13 states have these so-called trigger laws in place for this very circumstance of Roe being overturned, meaning laws that go into effect very quickly now to ban abortion, according to the abortion rights group, the Guttmacher Institute. For example, in Kentucky, Louisiana, and South Dakota, it happens immediately, meaning if you had an appointment this morning at 8 for this procedure, you could go through with it. From here on out, no, you cannot, according to what their law has planned there. Then we move to a second group, the next level, abortion bans to be enforced 30 days after Roe is overturned. That includes Idaho, Texas, and Tennessee. And then come a half dozen states where officials would need to certify their legislation as legally valid before their bans will kick in. That includes North Dakota, Wyoming, Utah, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Mississippi. Now, this could be incredibly quick, or it could take maybe a few days, according to Guttmacher, so they could, in effect, be immediate or a couple of days. And finally, we add in the states that have old, unenforced abortion bans, which could now be enforced, and those that passed bans under Roe, which were blocked by courts. Altogether, you get a whopping 26 states certain or likely to ban abortion, and that's compared to just 16 states and D.C. with laws to protect abortion rights, states which even now are preparing for an influx of patients crossing state lines seeking care. And you can imagine what it will be like in Illinois, where it's surrounded on all sides with states that that either have already or very quickly will ban abortion. So what is the severity of these bans? What are we looking at here? Missouri has eyes on
targeting... Whether you agree with the ruling or not, this is a seismic moment in America, as almost 5 decades of guaranteed abortion rights have been immediately and totally reversed. This is a huge, historic moment for America. As they hear the news from the court, there's jubilation from anti-abortionists.
Life won today! Life won today!
Life won today, they chant, celebrating a victory after almost 50 years.
You know, I've seen the devastation abortion has wrought on our country, on a communal level and on a personal level. And it's so vindicating to know that we can now take tangible steps to lessen the violence of abortion in our country.
10 years ago, did you ever imagine this would happen?
I imagined it a lot, but people told me it was impossible, that we would never see this kind of victory. And now I know that victory is not only possible, it's happened. So we are going to work off of this momentum. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep fighting, and we're going to build a better world.
Fury from those campaigning to keep the guaranteed right to abortion, promising to fight back.
It's not the will of the people, and this country is supposed to run off of the will of the people. I'm 21 and I'm terrified.
We have a lot of work to do to make that happen, but we will never give up.
It's 50 years since there was last a significant decision on abortion rights in America. It might be another 50.
More, sure. But we're not going to stop. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say. Again, abortions will continue. They just won't be legal, and women will die from botched abortions.
It's obvious this ruling is not going to end the arguments over abortion in America. In fact, it will inflame them. In this deeply polarized society, abortion is already one of the most divisive issues. Even the president is powerless to change the court's ruling.
With this decision, the conservative majority of the Supreme Court shows how extreme it is, how far removed they are from the majority of this country. They made the United States an outlier among developed nations in the world. But this decision must not be the final word.
Abortion rights have been fought over for decades.
Good evening. In a landmark ruling, the Supreme Court today legalized abortions.
In 1973, the Supreme Court ruled in the test case of Roe versus Wade that women must have access to abortion across America. A decision totally reversed today.
It is my profound honor to be the first president in history to attend the March for Life.
As president, Donald Trump deliberately appointed 3 pro-life justices to the court, making today's ruling possible. He says God made the decision. In fact, it was 6 of the 9 judges.
By a vote of 6-3, the court affirmed that the power to protect unborn life is returned to the people and their elected representatives. The people have won a victory.
Jesus loves the little children. Anti-abortion activists view today's victory as merely a first step. They will now take their campaigns to every state which continues to allow terminations, trying to get abortion banned in the whole of the United States.